New name, new version, welcome to Fortress Fever A3. So, I changed the name from AF2R to Fortress Fever because as much as I found the name AF2R a bit humorous, wasn't gonna work for too long because I figured that this is already getting pretty different from 2 Fort. So, what did I change? Oh, and by the way, I'm skipping A2 because A2 was not really worth presenting. It wasn't a, like, long story short, rather than trying to actually recreate mid to any sort of original extent, it was just, hey, let's just throw in a big fucking building in the middle and just hope it works, and yeah, it was not good. Anyway, so what's different? Well, you probably already noticed the major difference. Mid is entirely reworked. It is now a sort of 90-degree map, sort of like probed. And the response was probably even more negative than A1. Which is a shame, really. However, I'm going to see what I can do to try and keep this as a 90-degree map, because I feel like it can work. But first and foremost problem is mid is still too big. It's just too large. This is way too open. And like, this sideline is just a bastard. It's not really acceptable. And also, this roof does jack shit now because it doesn't cover the bridge at all. Fucking hell. This building, nobody really went in this building because it was just sort of here. So what I'm concluding from this is I need to scrunch this in a whole bit. This building can probably be, well, I don't want to say get rid of it completely, but move it in further, and also make it just something different, something other than this, because I don't think this works all that well. Beyond that, what else is there? UAAK Crash was actually here during the, well, not here. He was actually on the TF2 map server during the playtest, and he mentioned that probably wasn't the best idea to have this as a shutter door. I'm a bit conflicted on that, because I don't know. I feel like it works okay, but admittedly it was kind of a crutch just putting it there instead of having some other way to block the sight line. So I don't know yet. Port Yard still works pretty well. This flank still works pretty well. A lot more people were using it, thankfully, which is exactly what I was hoping would happen. So that's good. It felt like people were starting to lean more towards this flank. However, the sewers did get used a bit less often. I still used it a reasonable amount. However, I don't think other people were seeing it as all that useful. And it was revealed that sentries were still a bit broken on this map. Well, in the intel room. Like, if you just had one, it was perfect. Perfectly balanced, it worked fine. If you have two, no, you're fucked. Alright, first and most primary issue is you can build up here. I need to no-build that. Just simply put, it has to be no-builded because a spy cannot sap this. I think what I am going to do is make it a bit like a well, where there's these balconies off to each side, like over here and over here. So attackers might have a bit more of a chance of doing something. Is there anything else that needs to be mentioned? I don't believe so. People were still saying that the base itself was a bit too wide. I think that what's odd is that I feel like it's about the same actual width as regular 2 Fort. However, because it's not so constrained as regular 2 Fort, it feels bigger. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. but I still think that for right now it's okay. But no, mid, it definitely needs to be reworked. I have an idea for this building that might make things a lot more interesting, a bit more unique. Like I said, I'm gonna give this sniper balcony one last chance, and if it still doesn't work, I think I'm gonna make it so that this is the only part of the sniper balcony, and then just close all of the rest of this off. Or actually, no, maybe the other way around. Make it so that this is the only place that you can snipe and close this off. But that would make it so that you wouldn't be able to jump down, and scouts wouldn't be able to jump onto this. Like I said, one last chance balcony. So yeah, mid OP pretty heavily altered by next version. Definitely gonna cut down the scale a bit, because it is too big. It is overscaled, and I am ashamed of myself for not realizing that it was gonna be like this stupid big open area. However, generally speaking, I think I might be on the right track. I think I might, if I keep at it, I think that I can get this to work. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. It's like, it feels like there's less issues, but the issues that are there are much more substantial. So, yeah, I gotta fix that. Alright, laters. I feel like this area... What the fuck? Fuck off.